Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video we will be going through two different little mini games today, starting with Battleship. So first let me do a little gameplay demonstration so you understand everything that's going on. Choose where boat go. I'm an English major, I swear. Let me show you what happens if you do something incorrect. Error. Enter again. Alright, let's put the boat on 4. And tails. Ah, dang. They miss. Okay. So for this example, I left it so you can see where their boat is. So let's purposely miss the first one. So that's now purposefully hit it. Yay! I don't know why it showed that animation. I've never had that, but okay. The way this happens is it'll be working perfectly fine, and then I'll go to record and a bug will crawl its way from the depths of wherever it resides. And I have never had that bug before. I think it might due to the fact that recording and using the model at the same time take up a lot of processing power on my computer. So I'm going with that. But anyways, let's dive into the event. All right, so just to set up the premise, we have boat 1, boat 2. All these numbers you see are on a tile set. So let me just... No, it's this one. Yeah. It's literally set to star, which is above character. Zoom in a little. And you see we have a grid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You could have it so that they do like the traditional Battleship A1, where the row up here is A and down to the side is numbers, or however the heck you want to do it. It's your game. But goodness, I'm sorry. All right. So this is where they will place their boat. In the be all end all, you would want to have an image that covers half the screen that you could remove and put back on, so you could see at the end whether you win or lose where their boats are. But this just chooses where the boat is. So it sets a random variable, boat not player, 1 through 9, and then depending on what that number is, it'll put the boat in that location. And then it erases the event so the boat's not constantly changing location. And then this is the main event. This label right here, very important. I've gone over labels before in my past videos, but just in case you don't know, they're basically loops, but easier to handle. You don't have to break the loop. You can just jump back up to your label. Right here, choose where boat go. Master of the English language there. Then you add number, which is how you get the processing thing to come up. So literally, we just have number. There's nothing to them. And that's all you need for it. It's just create a party member called number, or whatever the heck you want to call them. Then we do the input name processing. And it is only allowed to be one character because I have 1 through 9. If you're going to do a bigger one, then you would want to put a 0 in front of the numbers like 01, 02, and so you could have double digits in there. So you'd want to do 2 ones, or if you're going to do the A chart, like A1, B4, that you'd want to make it 2 digits. If it's going to be the numbers and double digits, then you would want to add 3 digits. Just make sure the single digit numbers would be B01, and so just B1. Which you could put in this text box. So you guys have example 1. And then this conditional branch, which I love that they added into the game. You select the actor, in this case number, and then if name is 1, set the boat to 1, add the variable boat player 1. So this way, you don't have to do the if this, you just have a variable set to the number you chose. And then does all the same things that the other one does. And here, if this variable does not get set to a number, then it errors out and jumps you back to the top. That's why that label was so important. And then we control switch A because this was getting a little unmanageable. And it asks heads or tails. Then it controls a variable for what you chose. Then it flips the coin, 1 or 2. Heads is 1, tails is 2. Then if coin equals 1, and you chose 1, it was heads, you win. And if else it wasn't, it was heads, you lose. If you chose 2, tails. Same thing with tails, just reversed. If it's 2, you win. If it's 1, you lose. Then I turn this one off and turn on B. This is if you win and you get to go first. It's just reversed if they get to go first. So, I mean, I'll skim through it, but I really only need to go through in depth one of them. We turn A off again, just in case the last one doesn't work, because sometimes it likes to glitch. We have another label. And then you choose where you're attacking. Then you add number 2. Technically, you probably could have them be the same actor numbers. However, in order to avoid any and all possible errors, I just added a new member so it doesn't freak itself out. And then it's the same thing you did earlier. Except for now you're changing to P attack, which I made stand for player attack. So you do all that again. Same thing. Okay. Oh, I think I found the bug. Anywho. No, I didn't. Yeah, because... Okay, yeah. We're good. I'm confusing myself. Okay. Okay. Yeah, save where I was. Cool. So here, boat not player is the one random variable set. So if P attack, this equals boat not player, so equals the same number that the boat not player is on, then you win. And it turns all of these variables off and win on, which just ends the event. And otherwise you miss, it continues on. They get to go. They get to choose a random attack, 1 through 9. And then if boat player equals attack, they win. If not, they miss, and it loops to the top, and you keep going. This one is the same thing, just in the opposite order. Variable, random variable. If they is the same, they win. They lose, then you get to choose, and so on and so forth. Then I just have 2 different ones for win or lose. You could add like victory events and stuff in here. I just didn't. And yeah, let me show you it one more time. Now that you know how the event works. My computer is hating me right now. All right. Okay, so see the boat, the other players, I'm putting air parentheses here. Boat on the left goes down there, and then I get to choose where I want my boat. Let's put it on the same number. And let's choose heads this time. Oh, I just don't have luck. Oh good, they missed. And I get to choose the attack. This is number 2, the actor whose name I'm changing. And I win. And they miss. Oh, so the issue, I have the animation set to play on me on this one no matter what. So that's an easy fix. But yeah, that's about it for the Battleship. So let's move on to the spookier one. I like to call this ghost hunting. This originally was going to be a little different, but then I turned it into a Pacman game. I will show you what I mean momentarily. All right. Oh no, they're chasing me. Oh no, they caught me. All right. No, the anti-thing is so this event is set to follow player, and I need to turn their speed up. They are slow. But anyways, they follow the player. It's not the AI in it isn't very smart. It would be better if you increase the frequency. But anyways, you get the orb, it changes, and you can hunt it down, just like in Pacman. However, you see the timer up there, and just like in Pacman, when that timer runs out, it will go back to chasing me. So let me show you how this works. It's actually pretty simple. As soon as it decides it wants to fill that, there we go. All right. So all this one is below characters, player touch. It turns the switch on, then control shifts A to here. That's all it does. You could make it so that it goes off, and then when the timer comes back on, it reappears, so you could go back to it, or you could just make it be a limited resource. Here, the reason I had it switch back even after you win is because I was for testing purposes and kind of showing you how that works, but normally this is what you would do. That's it. That's all you'd have to do. So if it touches you, it's game over. You could just have it hurt the player. You could have it do whatever you want. But yeah, that's the basics. Oh, almost forgot this thing. It's just literally move toward player. I was trying something. That's why it looks weird. I was trying something and it didn't work, so that's why those were wonky. But the crust of the event happens here. So once the switch turns on, if you're touching it, it starts the timer. And then really important, it moves you to a new page. I tried doing this all on the same page and it just kept canceling out the timer. So you move to the new page, have it set to parallel. And then once the timer equals 0, it turns on control switch A. It switches you here, which stops the timer, turns off, goes hunted, turns off, soft switch B, and then turns off soft switch A, which brings you to nothing. So it'll bring you back to the start, but it won't run it because Ghost Haunted is off. And that's basically all there is to this event. So let me run through it again in more detail. Oh, wow, they're booking it. Okay. Woo! And they're gone because I won. Woo! Yeah, you can slow them down. That was really fast. It was kind of spooky. I liked it. And of course, while you're doing this, you could add like a image over the top to add like spooky ambiance and stuff. It just have fun with it. You could add as many in as you want. You could literally make a Pac-Man game. It is completely up to you. All right. I know I said I was only going to be going through 2 at the beginning of this video. However, looking at how long I've been recording, I think we have time for a 3rd one. Now, this one, I will admit, is a little buggy. So you may have to alter it a little bit to get it to work, but let me just show you. All right. It's literally like an amusement park thing. And this base level works fine. This is not the buggy part. So let's go through this before I show you the buggy part. So this is literally just a simple event. It's moving left and right. There's all the settings for that. And it is set to through. However, oh, this is set to through too. Oh, I remember how I did it. So when switch pew pew turns on, this stops moving. That is important. It is the only way I could get this to work. This is the pew pew. It only appears when you pew pew. Yeah. I don't know what the purpose of that is. Ignore that. All right. So as soon as you click the little, pretend it's a little pew pew. What? It's not. Anyways, so it sets target pew pew. Yes. So this turns pew pew on. I did this before. This is from a remnant of me trying to get it to work before by doing this to make it stop its automated move route. It did not work. I highly suggest just the switch. And then it moves the pew pew, which is the beam up. And then it gets the region ID of the pew pew and the target, which is this. Right, if they both hit on 5, so anywhere in this row, it's a hit. You did it. Woo! And it turns the event off and returns this to its place and moves this one up. This would be if you want to increase the difficulty every time. And then if you miss, okay, I moved stuff around. That's why it was doing that. Problem solved. Anyways, and it just returns these back to their original places. So, yeah, you shoot, and if it is on 5 and that is on 5, it's a hit. But if this is on any other number, or 3, and I mean, this one will always be on 5, but yeah, that's how it works. Now we get into the glitchy part. This was me trying to make it more complicated. All right, Q. It was a hit. A miss. A miss. A hit. This one is honestly more luck than skill. So this event, when it's solely on the square, if the pew pew hits it, it'll stop it and throw off your timing. Still don't know what the purpose of that is. Like, these guys are the same movement route, same switches. So on this one, it's literally the exact same event. Just this time here doesn't happen until here. So it does not stop moving until the pew pew gets all the way up there. So then it's just the same event. So when it hits this one, since it's not through, it stops the thing. But this, I used the usually annoying, it'll keep going the same way. And this keeps moving up. And then it won't take the measurement until they're both up here. So it can get a little glitchy sometimes. But overall, I'd say it works pretty good. And yeah, that's about everything I have for you today. I hope it was informative and y'all got something out of it. See y'all in the next video. Bye!